I got to meet Dwight Schultz, who plays the original Murdoch, and Dirk Benedict, who played the original Face, when they were on set shooting their cameos. It was a really moving experience for me because the A-Team was my favorite show as a kid, and I really got on with both of them. I had lunch with both of them, and Dwight particularly, I showed him the test that I had done for Murdoch, and he was just really pleased with it. And since the film came out, I've stayed in contact with him, and he's been very complimentary of what I did with his character. Yes, Murdoch and BA, actually, both of them were my favorite characters.
I didn't watch the show. I was quite young when it came out, so I sort of missed its heyday. But now I'm much more of a fan of the original characters and everything. After, of course, having done this movie and learning so much from Charlton and Quentin, who are the world's biggest fans. I do think.
Yeah, that was actually a combination of me and Joe coming up with something else other than the Blue Man Group idea, because I just felt we could do something else. And then when Joe saw the paint on me, he's like, "You should do something from Braveheart." And I was like, "What about the speech?" Because I knew the speech. I was a big fan of Braveheart. So that was probably the funniest moment we had on set, because we did the whole scene. That scene is quite long, actually. It's quite short in the film, but I did like a whole bunch of stuff. And when I turned around afterwards, I saw crew members literally lying on the ground laughing so hard. I saw people like lying down. It was pretty funny.
I think it's actually probably quite easy to fall for a person like that, even though usually these kind of men have lots of women in their lives and they're kind of vain. But I think the interesting thing about a guy like that is, they're very good at their job, and they're the best, and you respect that, and they're charming, and it has this kind of sense of adrenaline junkie kind of a person, and I think that's attractive in a person. I think you could easily fall in love with someone like that. It actually was really fun. We had a great time. The guys were very, very good to me, actually, believe it or not. And it's it's a bit of an intimidating experience at first, and then it really turned into a very warm, kind of very family-like experience. Joe really creates that kind of a world on his sets. His family is there. His family is in the movie.
He does.
We feel like brothers and sisters of him and his family, and he just opens his arms and sort of just gives you a big hug and says, "Come into my family." And so it felt...
And when we had friends and family on the set or whatever, everybody felt very welcome, where that wouldn't always be the...
My character and I are similar in the sense that I kind of work, I think, a bit in a man's world still. I feel like I have to be just as strong and smart and powerful as any man, and that has given me a great sense of self-respect and pride in what I do, and so I feel like we're very similar in that way. I think maybe she's a little bit more courageous in a sense that she puts her life kind of out there on the line, and I don't know if I would necessarily choose that for my personal life.
Yeah.